to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
And I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
It's Kayfabe Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks. I'm Kayfabe AJ.
I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue. And tonight we bring you the AEW Dynamite wrap-up. So, of course, we kind of start these things a little bit different recently. We've been starting off the show with the rank system, so we're going to continue that, see where we at this week. Then we'll head on over and talk about this Dynamite, which was actually a special edition this week. It was the St. Patrick's. I don't know how they kind of phrased it, but
St. Patrick's Slam.
Yeah. St. Patrick's.
So any predictions? Any predictions for the rankings before we get into it?
Yeah, I haven't even looked at them.
Any predictions?
Let me see.
I'm good.
Coming off of last week, I don't know. I think they'd probably be this kind of the similar. But then again, there was a lot of dark. There was Elevation this week, which was just dark too. Darker, I guess. All right, but let's see what this
is like.
This AEW like this week. Yeah, it's dark light. All right. So this is the AEW rankings for this week. Of course, this is after Dynamite, so they're definitely up to date. The men's ranking, of course, and every week I will harp on this fact. Why the fuck do they share the rankings? The top 5 is shared between the AEW World Champion and the TNT Champion. So this division, it's all kind of messed up. That's why I think Focus said let's predict what it's looking like, because this shit is always convoluted. 5 people sharing 2 different sets of rankings, but we have, of course, Kenny Omega and Darby Allin, the champions. 2-0 for Kenny, 3-0 for Darby. We have Pac at number 1.
Pac number 1.
Pac at number 1.
Wait. Where did he come from number 1?
Pac at number 1.
That's what I'm saying. That's
the same guy who just started a tag team, who's been in nothing but tag team matches.
What?
I don't know, but that's weird.
Did he fight on Elevation or something?
Probably.
Where the fuck did he get this 3-0 in the singles rankings? The rankings just started, and not only that,
one match he had was
he became a tag team a few weeks ago back.
He had a singles match with Eddie Kingston that I think he won, that I can remember.
I think that was before the rank system reset. That was before the system reset.
That was a little minute ago. So
I don't know how the fuck he went up to 3-0.
So who should he go for? Darby?
Well, not that he's 3-0, but the fact that he's ranked in the singles division, he should have automatically came down off of the strength that he's a tag team now.
Yeah.
Yo, this is like, why though?
He's like, number 1 is the crazy shit.
Why though?
All right, we got Hangman Page at number 2. That's not really surprising for me, coming off the win from Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
And I think he had a match last week on Dynamite, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I understand that. Mox is another one. Mox should have been lower. He should have been lower. He's been tied with Eddie Kingston the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's coming off of that loss. I don't know. I think he should have been lower on this.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes definitely should have been higher on this. And Miro.
Whatever.
You telling me no one's above Miro in the singles division?
No, I'm pretty sure there's a couple.
Not even Archer. Like, come on.
Miro, we'll get into that, but he just started getting taken serious somewhat. Where the fuck he came from in this rank system?
Oh wow.
I don't get it.
I'm pretty sure Scorpio Sky has more singles wins than this guy right now.
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
Was he not the number one contender?
I think Sean Spears probably got more wins.
Yo, this is crazy. All right, let's. Any last thoughts on the men's rank system?
This is some bullshit. You know it, Tony.
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know.
know what's going on with the men's ranking
It's
system this week.
horrible.
Whatever.
All right, women's rank.
It's like
Of course, we got Hikaru Shida, the women's champion, and at number
2-0
one, Red Velvet.
Wow.
again.
How?
Nah, she's been getting bit. Nah, but she did lose the
But
tag.
Tay Conti's at 7-2. Wouldn't that even her out with Red Velvet?
I mean, you see Hangman Page and Pac. They're basically tied with 3-0. So
Yeah, so I'd say Tay should go for the belt. Like she has a more of an argument to go for Sheeta right now. But because Red Velvet just lost with the Shaq match and the Jay Cargill match and all that. So I'm not really I don't know.
I don't know how Jade's so high on this. I mean, she got 5-0. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
But I mean, not Jade. Oh, Red Velvet.
yeah.
I mean, she been working on Dark.
Yeah, that's
7-2. Nyla Rose, third place, 5-1. Dr. Britt Baker at 4-1. And we have Ryu Mizunami at 4-1. Should Ryu even still be on this rankings this week?
Yeah, she lost her
I mean,
shot.
there's she's got more wins than most females on the roster right now. I think.
All right. Any last thoughts on the women's rank?
Nah, it's
I
fair.
feel like
I want to see.
feel like it's fair.
You think it's fair?
We just need Haikyuu Rashida just to give Red Velvet her loss so that Britt Baker
Tay Conti and Britt Baker go up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I ain't tripping too much.
All right, let's go to the tag team rank. Ooh, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, the tag team champions. And we got SCU, number one, 7-0.
Okay.
I think that's a big asterisk. I still have a problem with the fact that they lost the tag team battle royal and they still counted at 0 losses. They're still a tag team. It's a storyline technicality that's kept them as a tag team and even got them on these rankings. Let's be real.
Yeah.
We have FTR at 2-0. At number 2, wouldn't Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus be above at 4-0?
I don't think FTR ever got their rematch.
Bro, they weren't even on this ranking, not even this high, at least last week.
Didn't Jurassic Express beat them a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I think. No. They beat Jurassic Express for Tully.
Nah. Oh yeah, no. That was the one with
They had singles competitions.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Jurassic Express should be higher. They 4-0. Like
4-0. That just doesn't make sense. Even Top Flight. How Top Flight is number 5?
Yeah, this all right, whatever.
All right.
All right, so that's the AEW rankings for this week. I think they just need to really just do away with it, or if not, make it match up to the storyline at all times.
Yeah,
because this doesn't even make sense. And then we have too many technicalities keeping people on these rank systems. We got SCU at number 1 with 7-0 when technically they got a loss. And storyline, if they lose, they're not even supposed to be a tag team.
Yeah, they break
2-0 over a 4-0. That just doesn't make sense, period.
At all, period. Like
that just doesn't make sense, period.
Nope,
neither does a 4-0 being below a 1-0. That doesn't make any sense.
But in Top Flight's case, I understand.
Now we're not doing that. They deserve something. Nah, we're not doing that.
Participation
trophies. That was a little funny. Rankings was a little funny style to me this week.
Shit weird.
Huh.
Whatever.
A little
Huh.
shaky. You're looking a little shaky over there, Tony.
Mm.
All right, so we got
Not making a
AEW
lot of sense.
Dynamite, St. Patrick's Day Slam. We open up with Penta El Zero Miedo versus Cody Rhodes. And God on the truth, I had to watch this Dynamite twice. One was a casual, quick watch. The other one was like, let me get into the nitty gritty details. And
Yeah.
this was a good match, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
this was a dope match.
It was a
For
great match.
This
I
was a
think
dope.
it lost some points to me for the finish. Everything else, I was a typical Pentagon match, and Cody Rhodes match. They were giving it all they got, and I like the new attitude that Pentagon got. Really cocky. He has what's his name, Alex Marvez with him.
Yeah.
Translating and really sticking it to him. Using his baby, his unborn daughter, to get him angry, to rile Cody Rhodes up. But I had to knock some points off because such a good match, the way it ended in an awkward roll up. When Penta just like snapped his arm and supposed to be like hurt him in that moment, he's selling the injured shoulder. Penta hits a devastating move on your arm, and you roll him up right after. I think that lost momentum for me. It took me out of the moment. So where in a normal case, this match probably would have been like an 8 to me. I say this was like a 7.
You was about to give it a 5. I seen you.
Nah.
You was about. I
As
seen
you start with 5s and then get talked into giving them better rating.
I give it a 7.5. It was a dope match back and forth. What more can you say? You know what I mean? This is Cody and Penta. You know what I mean? Two of the best in the world. I do agree with you. That was like a little fuck finish at the end, but it looked like they're gonna keep the story going, which I'm interested in.
Well, they're definitely gonna keep the story going. That's not a question.
More of
I
it.
think it was a great match. I would give it an 8.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was dope.
Like I said, the only reason it wasn't an 8 to me was because of the way it ended. I feel like it should have had a solid finish, or at least a real.
I feel like that's a dusty finish right there.
Pentagon with his new attitude, at least let him have a heel finish, something that'll sell his character a little bit more. This turn that he's taking, because Penta and the Lucha Brothers, that whole Death Triangle, they've been really flip floppy on whether they're heels or faces. I think this was the chance to really sell that shit.
Dude, they're flip flopping on whether they're tag teams.
The roll up just like took me out of the element. But Pentagon felt the same way I felt. Like that was bullshit. He starts attacking Cody after the match. We get I gotta mention this. If we ever
get it off his chest.
Listen, if we ever gave Arn Anderson any fucking points, deduct them shits right now. If you had any plates lined up at the barbecue for this man, smack that shit out his hand, put them shits back on the grill, offer it to the Iron Sheik. Do what you need to do, because seriously, what the fuck is the point of Arn? If he can't go, if he can't wrestle, if he can't do any moves in the ring, why is he a manager?
Why is he here?
Produce backstage. Why are you here? Just because we know you are 4 horsemen. You keep rubbing nostalgia in our face, but your way of intimidating and stopping the attack on Cody Rhodes was standing and staring. Something similar like they keep doing with Sting, which keeps pissing me off. You intimidated these guys by just standing and staring. Oh, it's Arn Anderson. Let me stop. Then the rest of the Nightmare Family comes out. Dustin. Well, the rest of the Nightmare Family minus QT Marshall. So he's still selling the fact that he don't give a fuck about the Nightmare Family.
Yeah.
Which is actually in storyline, because nobody in the Nightmare Family cares about anybody else unless it's Cody getting his ass whipped. So
that's true.
It's consistent. But we're getting more from that. We're getting more from that QT buildup. Obviously that's going towards him and Dustin, but why though?
To have their schools face each other.
If me and one of you guys were about to be we were in a tag team tournament, right?
Yeah.
We're in a battle royal. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck Focus. And now it's just me and Ian. We partners. And it's like, you know what? Since I said fuck Focus, spit you E in the face, get you eliminated, and like just say fuck you and walk off. But then we're gonna be best of friends. I'm still gonna be involved in your stable the very next day with no storyline setting up that you even pressed me about spitting you in the face or throwing you out of the or throwing Focus out of the ring. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because that's what's happening here. No, it doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't.
No sense.
But that's what's happening here. That's exactly what's happening here. QT should have got his ass whooped the very next night on Dynamite.
Facts.
Dustin should have came out. You spit me in my fucking face. You got the Gun Club out of here, where we had 2 chances to have the Nightmare Family win an opportunity at these tag team titles, but we're still gonna play up the story that you're still in the Nightmare Family and we don't know where you're elite. This is MJF Inner Circle, the horrible part, all over again.
Yeah, it
All
really
over
is.
again. Make this make sense for me. Can one of you guys make it make sense for me?
That's
Because
all
maybe
we
I'm
have.
seeing it from
Make
a
it-
weird
See
angle.
you see the thing is with QT Marshall, once he takes a bite of the apple, you know, he turns heel.
We see that coming. He's gonna turn heel, and he's gonna set up a big match between either him and Dustin or Cody. We
But
see
for
that
what? But for what?
This is
give him
what
what?
needs
something
to happen.
to do.
For
This is the
what?
only
For
way they
what?
made this shit to
Give
me.
him something to do, I guess.
You string his
For
ass
what?
along, right? Oh, we're dealing with you. We're dealing with you. But you know what? You've been a piece of shit lately. You're fired. And you know who's taking your place?
Fuego.
Fuego. That's right. And then Fuego hits the DDT for the first time on QT with the Sisters of the Nightmare Family. And we set up one-on-one QT Marshall versus Fuego on
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Yup, that would be
Feel
fire.
me? That's the only way I'm gonna forgive them. But other than that, this shit is
No, that's not
stupid.
gonna-
QT
that's not gonna
has been
happen.
kicked out the night Dustin got spit. Shows
Yeah.
how much Cody Rhodes respects his brother, right? Shows how
Word.
much he's a legend that he
Right.
can spit and then storyline, nothing happens.
Don't do shit about it.
Like, oh, he was just, he was just frustrated. We'll win, another day. No, come on.
I
That's
was.
shit. Like AEW, you can book better.
Way
There's
better.
been times where they've had amazing storylines with matches to match. The fuck is going on recently? So
I,
Trying to give QC
I don't know, man. But QT, I think he's a good wrestler. It's just that I don't know what they're trying to do with any of this shit. It's like, why do you think that people care that QT is gonna leave the Nightmare Family? I feel like this is something that should stay as a dark storyline.
Yeah.
this shouldn't even be a storyline.
Like, who cares? Like, come on.
Like,
Put
did we
on
not
elevation.
solidify them as a tag team
They just
in
cancel this whole shit.
bunkhouse or whatever match it was called?
Just cancel this whole shit.
Cancel the whole shit. Go straight to Dustin versus QT, or bring my man Fuego to replace his ass as a spit in the
Flame
face
on,
back at QT.
And get it done
game
already.
on.
Get
Let's
it done.
move on from
already.
that hot garbage ass segment. But other than that, what do you guys feel about the Cody Rhodes Pentagon match? The whole
It was good. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Nah, it was fire. It was a 7.5, just a
it
little
was
fuck
an 8.
finish. But I'm not tripping though, you know what I mean? Because they're gonna continue the story, obviously. So, but we good, you know what I mean? I'm good.
But fuck the story. Let's move on to the next segment.
we got Alex Marvez backstage talking to the Young Bucks, and
Oh
we
my
got
god.
Don Callis interrupting. So
Yo, he went in though. He kind of went in. I ain't even going front. Don Callis was really shitting on him though.
Nah, this nigga went really in. He went like, "Where's the New Japan Bucks?"
Yeah, like he kind of went in on his little promo.
He,
I'm not.
you know what? I kind of was feeling what Don Callis was saying though. Like, where's the New Japan Bucks that was always super kicking everybody? Because I don't see him.
Like he had a couple of bars in there. I was like, okay, I ain't
he
even.
had bars as far as what
I'm not going front. He
Young
has some.
Bucks don't look like the Young Bucks in New Japan.
Yeah.
he said that Kenny is the god of Kenny doesn't even look like the Kenny of New Japan. What are you talking about, Don? What is Don Callis talking about? Kenny Omega don't look like Kenny for New Japan. And
you know he's looting it because that's who he's representing. You know he gonna loot it though, bro. You know what I mean? That's who he representing, Kenny. He's gonna talk.
Of course, but your main man's don't even look half of what he used to look like back then, and you're trying to use that. I'd have been like, instead of that, I'd have been like, you guys are soft. Not only did I lie about my eye, which I don't know why they even brought that into storyline that he lied, and that shit never paid off properly. Because Kenny never pressed the Bucks, and they never attacked Callis.
I just want to know what the fuck is the end game already? Like with the Bucks, like what are y'all trying to do? Like I'm obviously you trying to set up a match with them and the Good Brothers, right? You know what I'm saying? But why you keep having Don Callis and Kenny keep antagonizing and all that shit? And
I think the Good Brothers might be the ones to take the titles away from the.
They just lost the Impact titles out. You know what I mean? So I already see that coming as well. It's gonna set up a match between them for the belt. You know what I'm saying?
They need to go this route. That path is already carved.
Yeah, that shit is already solidified. You feel me?
Trying to make Kenny Omega go against the Bucks or see them differently. That should have happened already.
I mean, Kenny's
blacked in the eye.
And on top of that, Kenny's also gonna go after the Impact Championship soon.
Well, yeah. He got a match with Rich Swann, right?
Yeah.
I'm like title versus title or some stupid shit like that.
Title for title.
Yeah.
Which we all know Kenny Omega is gonna be the winner.
You're gonna take that from
nobody giving no undisputed championship promotion to no Rich Swann. It's a blasphemy that Rich Swann even beat Moose for that shit.
Word, because I fuck with I fuck with Rich Swann, but I fucks with Moose though. Moose should have won that.
This is why
it would have been a better match with him and
Kenny. Fucking garbage.
You trying to
cruiserweight.
You trying to say Rich Swann can't go?
Cruiser.
Nah, Rich Swann could go, but
Moose, the only legitimate heavyweight y'all got left.
Moose and Kenny would have been a better match, in my opinion. But I'm not saying Rich Swann can't go. Rich Swann could go. I fuck with Rich Swann.
I'm not taking nothing away from the talent, but listen to what I said.
Nah, I know he is like a
cruiser.
He's a certified cruiserweight. Yeah, I agree with that.
Beat one of your last remaining heavyweights.
And he get busy too. Like, you know what I mean? He mad athletic for his size.
That makes sense to me. This is like when Tessa Blanchard was the TNA champion. Make this make sense to me.
You know what I mean? I want to
use him as a scapegoat so Kenny could win the title easy.
Yep. I was better. Yeah, my Moose and Kenny match would
spoiler
more better.
Win the TNA championship. Because ain't no Rich Swann gonna have the AEW title. That's not even
possible. Well, technically, it's like 2 titles, right? Because you got the TNA and the Impact.
So Kenny about to win. He about to hold 3 belts.
He's trying to really do the Thanos. He's trying to have
he on his wild Thanos.
Yo, he needs to bring out the AAA belt, man.
Yeah, he got that belt too in the stash. We forgot all about that.
Let's wrap up this segment. So he pretty much called he said Nick and Matt are pretty much like shadows of what
they're not elite.
They're not elite anymore, and they're just another tag team with matching pants.
Word.
Yeah, a couple bars.
Bars was true, but their storyline is stupid. But things do come around, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But next up, we have Jade Cargill, which is, I believe, a second match on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Versus Danny Jordan. So obviously, this was technically a dark match.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill with a quick squash over Danny Jordan. Looks really good. Looks strong.
Danny Jordan.
Like she's chiseled from fucking marble.
Yeah, but she looked good. She looked like she been really training and you know what I mean? I want to see more of her, but she looking good so far. No, I ain't got no hate or nothing. You know what I mean?
So during the match, Red Velvet was at ringside in the crowd. After Jay picked up the win, she gets in Red Velvet's face and they talk shit. until she ends up leaving backstage. So, what do you guys think about that matchup? What do you think about Jade and this Red Velvet thing continuing between her?
I
I mean,
think Jade is probably gonna be on the ranking system next week.
yeah,
Watch.
they're gonna give her a little
Oh,
streak of
no.
wins. You know what I mean? They could definitely
She,
I'm interested. You know
I
what I
could.
mean? I'm interested. She's been looking
She
good so
probably
far.
she probably gonna face a couple jobbers on Elevation and Dark.
Yeah, you know, she gotta get her
The
wins up,
next thing you know, she gonna be 4-0.
and I won't even be mad at that. You know what I mean? And it looked like obviously they're gonna continue the story with her and Red Velvet. You know what I'm saying? So, want to see how that continues out on a singles match. We don't
They
know
gonna
no
they gonna
tag.
stir it up.
So you know what I mean? But it was all right. You know what I mean? For a little dark match. I mean, a squash match that it was. It was not bad. I'll give it a 7. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
It
give
is
it an
what it
8.
is. I'm not tripping on Jay. She's looking good so far in her career. I ain't even mad.
Yeah, I can't complain too much.
Yeah,
That's one of the things I did like coming out of that match with her, Shaq, Cody, and Red Velvet. The way she was booked, the way the women were booked towards the end of that match.
yeah,
So far, so good with Jay.
yeah,
Yeah, she's been booked as a star. So
yeah. So I
Next up, we have MJF and the Pinnacle,
a
and
pinnacle.
not the drink, not the alcohol Pinnacle.
well, I
The
was about
group.
to say, let me get some shots.
The pinnacle. I think that's all right name. You know what I mean? The pit. Seem all right.
Is because they could have used the Four Horsemen, and Five
Uh,
Horsemen doesn't really sound good.
man,
it is what it is. You know what I mean?
So obviously, this whole segment was about them coming out, talking about what they did to the inner circle last week, boasting about their new group. MJF obviously coming off as the leader, with Tully as the kind of mouthpiece for the rest of the group,
Tully.
and him being the vocal standout. The group looks good. Can't
Yeah.
lie. And after these past couple of weeks, they were the biggest trash. Well, no, I don't want to say that the biggest. They were the second biggest trash pile on Dynamite outside of the whole Bullet Club booking, the whole storyline behind that. Just the way they were booked. It's just a trash pile. So they were the second biggest trash pile as far as booking the past couple of
That's
weeks.
fucked up.
I wanted them to light that
They
trash pile
shitting
on
on
fire,
them.
get them ashes, put them ashes out, let that shit blow away in the wind, get them the fuck out of here. And they did. They did that at Revolution, and they did that the next Dynamite with him forming this group. So I'm all in. They finally got me interested. This was the
Yeah.
MJF I was waiting for. We finally get a chance for the inner circle to be badass again because they've been
Yeah.
garbage. They've been the
They
third biggest.
Shout
Just
out
the
Tully, yo.
overall, the way they've been booked overall this year, the third
Yeah.
biggest pile of trash on Dynamite. So
Nothing but garbage, guy.
Shout out nah, but shout out Tully though. Like he cut a good promo. Like I thought it was dope the way he opened up before MJF too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He
this is
still got
how
it.
Arn Anderson needs to be booked.
You feel me? Like he needs to start talking like this. You know what I mean? Even Tully just got it already. Like you kidding me? Shout out Tully, yo.
Like I started my career in one of the
Tully's
most
invited to the
influential
barbecue.
groups, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
end
Tully
my
invited.
career in one of the most influential groups. So
Tully's
Fire
coming to the
bar. That was a
barbecue.
fire bar, yo. Shout out
yeah, no,
Tully.
Tully got a VIP section with the Pinnacle. As long as they bring Pinnacle to the barbecue, ain't nobody drinking for free.
You know what I
They
mean?
better come with their own bottles.
But yeah, it
Other
was a
than
good, it was a dope segment. Dope segment, definitely.
they
Both
finally got me back on track with MJF, and they finally got me, entertained. So hopefully they keep that up. The only thing, Sean Spears looks weird in that group. I don't know if it's just me,
he
but
just
he
needs
looks
to
like
start.
he's
I hope
the outcast.
Yeah,
they
he
start
does.
taking him serious and they make him start getting wins and something like that. Cause he's been looking dry for a minute already. Like he beat Scorpio Sky, but then that was it. Like, you know what I mean? So I hope this means that he get a little push, a little something that makes sense for him. You feel me? Because I know he could go. It's not about him not going. It just
Cause it's like, yo, you got MJF, then you got Wardlow, and it's like,
FTR.
which titles you gonna go for?
I don't know. I
The
guess
Impact ones.
Probably
Go to Impact. Go take the
go get the
Impact.
go get the X
Bring them
Division
over.
title,
Or NWA or something.
right? Go
I
get us
just
the
hope this
television title.
Pinnacle match um ends up leading to like the blood and guts match we were supposed to get, so we could see this.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
give us
definitely
that,
good.
Joe.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
I hope that's the one we return to events for.
Word facts.
Yeah,
So any last thoughts on Pinnacle and this segment?
Nah, it was
this was a
dope
10.
segment. Yeah, this was fire. Definitely an 8-9 promo.
This is a 10.
Both of them killed their promos. Tully and MJF. Fire segment.
All right. So next up, we got Jurassic Express and Bear Country versus Matt Hardy, Private Party, and the Butcher and the Blade. So this match was all over the place. I think it had like a slow start. Then eventually everybody started getting their spots. Even little ass Marco Stunt was getting his little kicks in. I will say, what's their name again?
Bear Country.
Bear Country. They
Yeah.
killed Marco. They threw him over the ropes to like land on the people on the outside. That man almost hit the barricade.
Yeah.
Like, I was scared for a second. Eventually in the matchup, everybody, all hell breaks loose. All the teams and the teams start taking each other out. We end up with poor Marco getting hit with the Private Party's finisher. I forgot what it's called. Off the top, the gin and juice.
Yeah, the gin and juice.
They hit the gin and juice on Marco. Matt Hardy asks for the tag. He tags himself in, hits him with a crazy twist of fate.
Yo, that shit looked real crazy.
It looked like he really sold the fuck out of it, like his head really hit the mat. So what do you guys rate the match? Real quick before the sponsors kick our butts.
Yeah.
Rate the match. What do you guys think about the match?
I thought it was a 7.5. It was dope. A lot of high spots. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a dope match.
I think it was. I think it's an 8. It's good to see the Butch and the Blade and Private Party wasn't that bad in their performance. It's just that I don't understand why they're together. And then
it's good to see if they join Matt Hardy and like the Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny join Matt Hardy and them. They have a little stable going on over there too. Like,
yeah,
see what happens
there.
In
the Circle and MJF and them are the Pinnacle. What are they?
Money team. You know what I mean? Like Floyd Mayweather.
let's put a pin on that. Let's take a quick break to our sponsors. People keep the lights on. Keep this Kayfabe Avenue train moving. And we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. We left off with what was it?
Jurassic Express and
Jurassic Express.
Matt Hardy, Private Party, and the Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny at ringside.
Yeah.
So what was your final scores on that?
I gave it a 7.5. It was a good match,
Yeah.
Fuck finish. I just want to see what happens with if the Butcher and the Blade joins Matt Hardy and you know what I mean?
I mean, they're under hire by him, so I would say yes.
They signed contracts already, so. And then on top of that, it looks like Bear Country and Jurassic Express is probably gonna
link
up. It had some horrible new music. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like, is this the World Wildlife Foundation stable? And this is the new music for it?
Yep.
I guess it is what it is.
They should just call their stable the WWF. So next up we have, I gave it an 8.
It was a good match.
We have John Moxley, Eddie Kingston addressing the Good Brothers. They have a match coming up. Eddie Kingston and Mox. What else can you say? Good promo. I won't get too long on that. We have Dashin Gonzalez talking to Christian Cage, and I'm like, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. The past 2-3 weeks in a row now, Christian Cage makes his debut, doesn't say shit, walks in, comes out, goes back out. That's it.
He said he was going after Kenny.
Huh?
He said he was going after Kenny though.
Yeah, in this promo.
Yeah.
But it's like outwork everybody, blah blah, and that's it.
I'm out.
Not really too interested. I kind of want to see him actually take action. He should have had his first match or something. The next
He should have just had
pay-per-view ain't
one
for
more
another 3 months.
match
So when are we gonna see Christian in the ring? So
Yeah.
in on Elevation.
oh god, not dark light, not light dark.
Light dark.
So
Shades of
next up
Dark.
we have the actual match with John Moxley, Eddie Kingston versus the Good Brothers. And this was a decent match, won't lie.
Yeah, it
Hard
was alright.
hitting. I expected John Moxley and Eddie Kingston honestly to pull off the win, which they did. Good Brothers being the heels and being kind of jokes. I definitely didn't see them having Mox, lose, especially how much they protect Mox. Him having one of the best AEW records, period. So I believe it was over another like roll up. Yeah, Mox rolled up Ken Anderson. Let me see, Ken Anderson. Excuse me. Carl Anderson. Uh, Ken Anderson wanted to join AEW. He's invading my thought.
Damn.
Premonition. Ken
Canada.
Anderson, AEW.
I think he retired.
Did he?
He's up there. Like,
Yeah.
he was like
I thought he was
early
still in
2000s.
Impact or something.
Nah, he been left. He
Uh,
retired, I think.
uh.
He
Nah,
retired, tired.
So yeah, Moxley gets the roll up win. And then after the match, Gallows and Anderson whoop they ass. This is when they get their comeuppance on them. They end up taking a chair to Eddie Kingston's leg and smashing it, even though I think I caught on second watch, Eddie Kingston kind of like kicked the chair out before he could actually stomp it.
Yeah.
But he sold it anyways. It was real quick thing you had like if you blink, you miss it. But they end up whooping his ass. Kenny comes out, tries to join in on
Kenny
the fun.
Olivier.
That's when the Young Bucks come out, and they're pretty much told to join in on the fun. They end up stopping them from attacking them any further. And that's when we finally get what we've been fucking fiending to get the entire time. Like the Young Bucks pretty much saying, "Fuck you guys, you guys are bugging. I'm not dealing with you anymore." Kenny, takes his blouse off and decides to press the Young Bucks. He throws up the Bullet Club's Too Sweet symbol, kind of like mushes Matt in the head. So it's like finally, bro, you should have did this when they supposedly attacked Callis.
Yeah, for
Like
real.
that was over a month and change now. It's too little, too late in my eyes. But it's like if it was
Way
gonna
too
happen,
late.
at least finally it happened.
Yeah, finally. Like,
Um,
just get it out the way so y'all all can move on already. Cause I don't know what this invasion is. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
It's too
y'all gotta get the
convoluted.
point. Y'all dragging this shit way too long with
I
this.
already
Way too long.
once I knew they were gonna include Impact, and the fact that Impact was kind of influencing certain things, I already knew it was gonna be trash.
Definitely.
I'm
Already.
sorry, like Impact does have some respectable stars. I will not take that away from them.
Yeah.
But the way certain people are booked and the positioning that they put certain people and the respect that they have or lack of respect they have for their divisions make it trash.
Yeah.
Can't have Tessa Blanchard be the heavyweight champion. Then you make the second championship come out so Moose doesn't lose to her. Then we have two heavyweight championships on one show that barely gets watched. Like it was just too much. Now we have Moose fusing it with Rich Swann as
Yeah.
come on,
And
it's
Rich
just too
Swann won.
much. It's too much bullshit over there. It's carrying over into AEW,
It
and
really
his
is, though.
storyline is suffering from that.
Yeah, and they need to hurry up, get to the end game already, because it's like, yo, what the fuck?
We need to get back to like AEW booking. None of
Yeah.
this extra. Let me show. Ooh, I'll show you my brand if you show me yours. Like, shut the fuck up.
And the Good Brothers.
Focus on your own company, for Christ's sakes.
Good
For
Brothers
once.
taking up a spot, yo. You know what I mean? That could be for any other tag team that's in AEW. You know what I mean? And they get matches and they get pay-per-view shits and all. Come on, yo. They're taking up a spot. You know what I'm saying?
It's too much. They
I
it's
dragged
like
shit way too
they're
long.
so
Too much
focused
talent.
on highlighting every other aspect of wrestling but their own.
Yeah, like y'all dragging it way too long.
I just had a debate with somebody, not really a debate. It was just me saying AEW is getting corny. As far as the way they say some certain jokes, set up certain jokes, or some of their ideas for jokes, like the fact that AEW just put out a whole shirt. They really spent money to make shirts to sell, and it's a WWE shirt.
Yeah, like
Come on, bro. This is what y'all pumping in the Young Buck segment. A WWE shirt. It's no slapping no slapping your thigh or something like that, because WWE just mandated you can't slap your thigh. Like you guys are making merch off of
yeah,
WWE shit. Like you're corny for that.
y'all doing a lot of
BTE every week they mentioning WWE every week.
yeah.
Somebody
Or
trying to
throwing
donate me.
up or
Oh,
something.
it's not every week. No, it's every single week. So you focus
Y'all
on
wanna
WWE programming scattered on Dynamite. You're focusing on every week on BTE instead of taking that time to showcase the people on your bloated ass roster. I can point to a couple of people that get no shine, Joey Janela. Like, there's mad people not getting shine.
Yeah,
What happened to Sonny Kiss? Wasn't he supposed to be like a statement for AEW? Whatever happened to him?
He's on
A
dark.
bunch of people, you know, they could give this time to them. No, they want to focus on WWE. Then on AEW Dynamite, you got the Impact champions taking up like 60% of your programming.
getting a pay-per-view shot against our champion for what? For
For no
what?
reason.
For what?
If you didn't buy them, get to your little cross promotion pay-per-view already and call it a fucking day. That's it. Do your cross promotion
Get to
pay-per-view,
the point
call it a
already.
fucking day, make it a yearly event, build to it in a couple of months, refocus on your company.
Get to the point already, yo. This shit is dragging on.
This shit is
Either Tony bought Impact or not. Say it already. What the fuck is going on, yo? Y'all dragging this shit on too long. You got Don Callis doing segments on our show where our stars. Like, make you come on. Even though the shit was fire early, I'm not gonna say he ain't have no bars, but it's like, yo, get to the fucking point already. You know what I'm saying? That's
So
all.
speaking of shit that kind of get dragged out,
all I gotta say.
we have Tony Schiavone talking to Sting again.
Sting.
Again.
And this was actually mentioned in this segment. We have Sting and Darby Allin, his son Darby. We end up having Lance Archer interrupt them with Jake Roberts, and then we end up with Team Taz interrupting. So we get Archer pretty much showing disrespect for Sting. So I think that's where it's gonna end up going. Sting versus Archer, if not Darby Allin versus Archer.
I want to see that.
Who knows? They probably do a tag team match and bring Jake the Snake back.
Or probably a cinematic match.
I want to see that though. I wouldn't mind seeing Darby and Archer. That would be dope. You know what I mean? I hope they push your Archer now.
They'll probably have Jake the Snake do a hurricane run off the top rope with his sub double.
And that shit will come out fire.
So Team Taz comes out, and it was pretty much to have Brian Cage big up Sting.
Yeah, like what the fuck was that about?
On top of the fact that you motherfuckers was running away from a 60-something-year-old dude for the past month and a half who has a spinal injury. You guys are gonna put him over after you lost on essentially a 5-on-2.
Nah.
And then you're gonna come out in front of your team, shit on your team, and big up this guy. What are you doing? What are they doing to Team Taz?
It didn't make no sense. I was confused. Like, what the fuck was that about? Like,
I think that just means that Brian Cage just left Team Taz.
That shit ain't make no sense. That shit.
What?
That shit was cringe. That shit ain't make no sense.
What?
Like, what the fuck are y'all?
You still haven't even built Brian Cage properly yet. He hasn't done anything.
Nothing at all.
Like, I don't know. That
The
shit was
FTW
crazy.
championship came, and where did that storyline go? Out the fucking window.
Nowhere
There's no
That
storyline attached to the FTW championship anymore.
because it's staying.
Came and went, nothing.
that shit was
And now
real.
you're
Don't get
building
it.
that Brian Cage is leaving Team Taz, might leave Team Taz, or hinting towards that.
For what?
That shit ain't make no sense. That shit was
Come on,
cringe.
we can't pick and choose. We can't
That
pick
was
and choose
cringe.
when this shit is okay. If this was WWE, people would be all over this shit.
Yeah.
People would be with pitchforks and fucking torches and shit.
Nah, this shit
That's
definitely.
true though.
This is a
This shit is
3.
horrible, bro.
This shit
Horrible
make
booking.
no fucking sense. Like,
In the words of the great
WWE
one,
don't make no sense.
who is booking this crap?
Word. That shit. This was stupid. Straight up stupid.
Lance Archer is the one that calls him out. Like, you're gonna interview Sting again? I'm gonna take your time because you know what? It's my time. It should always be my time every time. I agree. More Lance Archer. And speaking of Lance Archer, his booking also hot garbage. They got just a bunch of steaming pals mixed with monkey crap that The Rock always talks about. They got them littered all over AEW right now. So Lance Archer was a heel, then he was a face a few weeks ago.
Help them
Now he's
out.
back to a heel.
Yeah, like.
I mean, he went, and then he came out through the face entrance.
So, and I really wanted to see Archer and Brian Cage already. Like, what the fuck happened with that? Y'all dragged him on. Y'all made him join Sting team. You know what I mean, for that stupid ass match or whatever. And he was with John Moxley helping him out too. And now he's back solo again. He ain't got nothing else better to do. So now he's going for Darby as a heel when he was just trying to help everybody.
Yeah.
This shit don't make no sense. But I hope at least Archer's now starting to get the push, though. I'm not tripping too much on Archer. But the Brian Cage shit was the cringiest part of this whole segment, man.
It definitely was.
This shit was a 3. I'm done.
Like, facts.
Yeah. It was a tree.
3.
Even and this was what was funny about it too. Before we move on, Darby goes out there limping, and he's like, "How many times have I defended the TNT Championship after I told you guys I like turtles? 3 times." And then the crowd starts cheering. He's like, "No, don't cheer. That's disgusting. I want to be a fighting champion week in and week out." And then he puts an open invitation and doesn't defend his title this week. What happened to week in and week out?
He just announced it. Tony said, "Nah, nigga, you gotta clear that shit without me first."
He said, "Week in and week out, starting next week."
So watch out.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We could do better than that.
Yeah, this was lazy.
I mean, at least he put out the challenge to the Dark Order though.
So we'll see what the fuck
At
happens.
least. Next up, we got another thing that was kind of an unnecessary character change, in my opinion, was Scorpio Sky. We have a video package from him winning the Face of Revolution ladder match, and blah blah blah. Regular mediocre promo. I'm bad now. Even if I gotta hurt people, I'm gonna do it.
I fucks with Sky though.
Scorpio Sky is a pure meat, like white meat baby face, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's no need for him to be heel right now.
Yeah.
At all.
But
and then the way they doing his heel turn, is it interesting? Honestly,
he needs to go back to tag. He needs to go back. This is the worst town I've ever been. But it's like, yo, you're in the same town every day.
They can't even do that shit anymore.
I'm gonna give it a chance though, because I fuck with Scorpio Sky. Hopefully now they're giving him something to do that, you know what I mean? I don't want him sitting, you know what I mean? I know he got a new podcast out, and he, you know what I mean? So I just want to see him more on TV. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not gonna call it trash yet. I want to see how it builds on in the story formation first. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping yet, but I feel you on your opinion though.
Next up, we got Rey Fenix versus Angelico. This shit was fucking quick as hell.
Yeah,
it was fire though.
Picking up the win. It was quick. It was good, but
it was
really
fire
quick.
though.
I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, it was like a 5-6.
Nah, this was pretty good.
It needed like another 5 minutes though. Like it did
It
feel
was
quick.
short. It
I
was
mean,
really
I
short.
mean, I mean, it was very quick paced as well. They did mad shit in that 5 minutes.
Yeah, like yeah, like it looked like they did all they wanted to get all their spots out the way before. You know what I mean? They had to get all out.
It's like, yo, let's see how many spots we could do
Yeah,
within five
spot
minutes.
mania. That shit was.
Spot Fest Mania.
It was alright though. It wasn't. I'm not tripping too much.
I
You know
think
what I
it
mean?
just needed more time.
Yeah, me too. So I give it like a 6.57 ish. I'm around that area.
Nah, I stick with my 5.
It's an 8.
We go backstage with Miro and Kip Sabian, and this wasn't like
Trash. Trash.
everything surrounding Miro and Kip Sabian is just hot
It's
doodle. Like this is
all
another steaming pile of trash that AEW's been um dealing with. And at least in this promo, Miro at least alluded to the fact it was like, hey guy in that ring, fuck you. But we're friends outside of that.
yeah.
And he finally said, I'm focusing on the AEW title. I don't care about Chuck and the best of friends anymore. And then Kip Sabian goes right around and accepts the best friends match in the behalf of Miro, which I hope Miro just says, what did I tell you? I don't care about these guys. And just beats the shit out of Kip Sabian
Yeah,
so they
and
could
go
just
solo.
finally take him away, kill that partnering, let Kip Sabian sink or swim by his fucking self. And I'm sorry, slut comment aside, where was the lie as far as Jim Cornette talking about Miro?
I mean, as far as Miro, from what I remember, he was just like that. He's like another Ryback. Like he's just boring like him. He's just big for nothing type shit. He said something else like something like that to that effect, from what I remember.
Where is the lie? And since this is the thing. Everybody's been saying, oh, they should leave WWE. Da da da. Freedom, freedom, creative freedom. Well, I'm watching now. I'm seeing creative freedom. And you know what creative freedom got us? The same dudes that we was bitching about, the Good Brothers, the same dudes we were saying should be Bullet Club on Raw, who should have stood with AJ. All they're talking about is dick jokes.
Yeah, they be doing
Quick kids, whatever the fuck he says.
way too
Talk
many.
about masturbation, balls, and stupid jokes. This is what you needed creative freedom to do?
Yeah, y'all be
No wonder you
crossing.
fucking was booked horribly. You bring nothing to the table outside of stupid ball jokes.
So
A lot of these guys are showing themselves. This is what you do with creative freedom. Nero's another one. Let's not forget, he
they
was
just need to
packaged
break
with
up.
someone. There was a reason Rusev Day existed, and it wasn't with the promo skills of Rusev.
It
We
was
forgot.
it was
That's 'cause of
Aiden
Aiden.
English.
We forgot about Aiden English, huh? People don't mention him when they talk about the rise of Rusev Day.
Yeah.
They only credit Rusev, Miro. But now there's creative freedoms here. What have you done in the 3 months
There's no excuses.
you've been
There's no
here?
excuses.
You've been
There's-
garbage.
Even on Twitch.
Been garbage
Yeah,
the whole
like
time.
you gotta go solo. You need like a whole different character approach. Like if you're gonna be a beast or something, you gotta be a beast. You gotta change this shit up.
So far, the only people I credit who made the jump and showed what creative, like free creativity does in a positive is Mox, Jericho.
Yeah.
I can't even say Pac.
Cody.
Pac's cruiserweight title run was
Cody.
better than anything he's done in AEW, and
Yeah, but
What
like
about Cody?
Cody's another one, but
Cody
Cody's just
definitely.
stemming off his Ring of Honor New Japan shit.
But Cody.
What about Brody?
Brody's
Brody
another one.
Brody definitely.
And Hardy,
Yeah.
his storyline has changed so many times. He don't even know if this is gonna be his gimmick next week. How many? He's done broken, multiverse of Matt, and then stuck to the big money bat.
He should have just been broken because I liked him as broken. His money match shit, I don't know, but I guess he's building a stable. We'll see what the fuck happens with that, but it is a little stale though. It's a little stale.
Miro finally has an opportunity to show us what the fuck we've been waiting for,
and he ain't really.
And
it's not impressive.
hopefully, this promo is the start to building towards that Miro.
Yeah.
Because this ain't it. This game
Not
over
at all.
shit, that catchphrase is trash.
Yeah.
And his partner with Kip Sabian is trash. Hopefully, once him and the best of his friends have this match, is over after that. We need this to move on. We need some of these storylines really need to stop going 2-3 months. They don't deserve that much time.
They need to start putting them on dark.
But after that Steam Impala garbage, that too. Start putting these storylines on dark,
Yeah.
light dark, or dark, you know? After that Steam Impala garbage, we have a silver lining and John Silva accepting Darby Allin's challenge. So we'll definitely get that next week. It's
That's
about
This segment was a
time they
10.
give you our boy John Silva a chance.
Yeah, that match
This segment is a 10.
Automatic 10.
automatic 10.
Automatic 10. We have MJF taking over Chris Jericho's office. Whoever did that job on the sign, I do not want to hire you. Let me know who that was, so I'll never hire them. But you're gonna put up a sign with just tape. Like it was effortless to switch that shit. So MJF takes over the locker room, so now it's the Pinnacles locker room. Hopefully they got some of that vodka in there. And then we get to the absolute highlight of the match. And with all the fives and all the bad booking aside, we get the 10. The 10. And I don't know if you guys agree, but 10 because this is probably the first real classic that the women's division has had.
For real.
Now, pet peeve aside, that once again, they needed a NWA affiliated person, someone who's technically not on the roster.
Yeah.
Once again, they needed that person to actually make this match worth it.
Fire.
To make this match fire. But Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker showed her ass this match.
Yo,
for what she lacked in actual wrestling skill, she made up in just the willingness to do anything and everything in the match.
And take the
brutality.
You know
I don't think I've seen anyone take thumbtacks the way she did.
Yeah.
As many thumbtacks rolling in them.
Yeah.
If you notice, Thunder Rosa was trying to get like positioning to get up. She couldn't. She kept touching thumbtacks and like it was everywhere.
Yo, Britt Baker took that ladder, that drop, that what was it, like a Death Valley driver off the top rope on the ladder.
Oh yeah, that shit.
That was brutal.
That looked like she didn't land that right.
Yeah, I don't think she landed it right.
I think she took the full brunt of that ladder on that one.
Yeah,
I think she tried to like hold it, but I think in trying to protect her,
she ain't jumped.
Like she hurt her more.
She ain't jumped far enough. It looked like, you know what I mean?
No,
it looked like
she didn't.
It was a little bit early, but yo, that shit looked like it hurt.
It looked really bad.
Yo, it was both blood.
Women, yo. Like yo, everything in this match looked like it hurt.
Some people comparing it to Brett versus Stone Cold as far as like the blood and the way it kind of put over these women.
I don't know about that.
Well, I said this is a 10 because of not only what it showed the women can do in AEW.
Yeah.
The story between these ladies, the way it's built, this has probably been one of the best parts of AEW in my opinion.
Yeah.
The way it culminated and they finally gave us something that we're all gonna remember.
Hell yeah.
As far as an actual match, I won't say it's one of the best matches I've ever seen. Straight up pure women's wrestling match, but this was a great hardcore match.
This was fire.
This was great storytelling in the ring. This was great theatrics. Like putting everything on the line. What was that?
It was everything that it needed to be.
It was definitely a great match.
I got a brand new respect for Britt Baker. Like she really put on this match. You know what I'm saying? Both women. Shout out to them, yo. Y'all ain't have to do that shit on a random Dynamite. That one is supposed to be pay-per-view type shit.
Yeah.
The money for that.
This should have been on Revolution.
Yeah, you feel me?
I was wondering why it wasn't on Revolution because the trash ass match they gave us
But this
Let's
was
not
fire.
even go that route.
This match was
That
definitely
should
fire.
have just been on Revolution.
Salute both women. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely killed
So,
shit.
what do you think of the whole show? What do you guys rate it?
The whole
That match
show.
brought up the entire show because it book no for real. It bookend because that opening match, Penta and Cody was really good, minus the way it ended with that stupid roll up. I think if he would have
That show
just
was
did another transition and then rolled them up or something, but it was like he just attacked your injury and you're just gonna roll him up that quick. I felt like it was a
all these
no sell.
matches. All these matches is fire though.
No, the matches was good.
Matches
It was
wise was
mostly
fire.
the promos that
The promos was really
brought
the showdown. I
the
agree.
showdown.
It
Honestly,
was the matches was fire. All of them was very competitive. There was a lot
outside
of
of the squash match, the quick
a lot of them
matches
was
too.
fire.
But
Like the matches was fire. A lot of the promos was really what dragged it. You feel me?
I think overall, me personally, I'll give this show like an 8.5, leaning towards a 9.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.58 around that area. It was dope. Like, but the promos, like, I gotta make sense with these stories. A lot of these shits did not make sense tonight. Get to the fucking end game. That's all I gotta say, really.
Britt
But it was
Baker and
Yeah,
Thunder Rosa made sure that we're never gonna forget this Dynamite. So that's why I
like
rated.
definitely not.
That's why I
they
rated it so
saved
high.
they saved
I'll give it a 9.
Yeah.
you feel me? Like they saved that
This is
fucking
one that I've already watched this Dynamite twice. I've seen that match twice already.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. I gotta watch it again.
Hopefully, this sets the example for the women. Like give it your all. AEW kind of relies on the blood and stuff to put things over. In this match, I felt like it was used properly.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to drift into the idea that we need blood and guts and all this shit to put people over, because we don't need it every week. We just
We
need
don't need
great wrestling and great storytelling in the ring, which I think they did for the most part. But this was, a great hardcore match. I want to see a class. This is the first classic for the women, but I want to see a classic for the women that's just a pure one-on-one. No hardcore, just pure wrestling. And I don't think we've gotten that classic yet, but this is definitely going to go down in history. We're going to be talking about this for a long time.
The last classic that I can remember was with Thunder Rosa again versus Cheetah, when they had that little title match. Like
I would say it was probably Serena D versus Layla Hirsch.
that one was
I'd say Serena D versus Thunder Rosa.
That one was
that was the NWA match.
That match was fire. Yeah, like they had a couple of close.
That's why it's like I can't credit them so much. I know they're on your programming, but they're not on your roster, so you don't rank them.
On your roster. Like
you don't rank them. So I'm not gonna credit you for them.
Yo, that's crazy. Thunder Rosa is almost in like 3-4 possible classics, yo. And she don't even work for the
not AEW.
That's crazy. Yo, y'all gotta sign her. She's saving y'all division.
If they don't sign her after this fucking match, Thunder Rosa needs to demand like crazy pay per week.
Like, yeah, she's bodying every match you put her in. She's almost.
She's the highlight of that division. She's made Cheetah look like shit in comparison.
Like, God damn.
God honest truth, her and Serena.
Like, yeah, them two women, they been putting on. I ain't even gonna front, and they don't even work for y'all company. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Stop focusing on Impact and focus on the talent that you've been having, and sign Thunder Rosa today.
Yeah. Yeah, she got like 3 classics for y'all. She gave y'all 3 classics. Y'all owe her some bread.
So with that being said, we can do this all day. EA, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter. That's at E.A, at EDOTA. I'm also in the Facebook group, Kayfabe Avenue Facebook group. Like, share, subscribe. Send all your hate mail. I'm the petty guard. I answer all of that shit back. You know what I mean? Where can we find y'all brothers at?
You can find me on Kayfabe_focus on Instagram, and listen to us everywhere and support our stuff.
You can find me and us collectively at Kayfabe Avenue on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Join the conversation. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube. Speaking of subscribing, click that support link on Anchor, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to us. We're on all podcast streaming platforms. So check us out at Kayfabe Avenue. Keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Keep this Kayfabe Avenue train going. With that being said, I've been Kayfabe AJ. That's Kayfabe Focus and E.A. This has been the AEW Dynamite wrap-up and Kayfabe Avenue. Kenny, mush the Young Bucks one more time and then take us home.
Why? Because old Stone Cold said so. Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.